What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Hzen today at the request of Honcho. Honcho, we're doing this one for you, man. I actually meant to include this. I meant to include this in my Mana Grayscale Trust video, but I overlooked this, so now they both get their own video. Anyways, looking at Hzen, very strong move up, pulled back a little bit. I say a little bit. It looks little, right? But from top to there, that's a 19% move down. It might not have felt little if you bought the top area, and somebody definitely did. It's absolutely a thing that happens, right? Nobody can sell up here if nobody buys up here. Nobody can buy up here if nobody sells. This is a very nice recovery. I'm glad we're talking about this. Good job bringing this up, Honcho, because this does look like it wants to continue higher. You just broke out. Right, you absolutely in this accumulation range, very beautiful, right? Crept up to it, consolidated around it, built higher lows, everything looked right. You had the move up that was explosive with high volume, right? And now you're continuing. You just did this a week ago, right? You are likely going to go higher. For anybody looking to get into Hzen, it's probably not the most ideal time, but at the same time, very much thinking it's going to go up higher. I personally wouldn't buy here. Just how I go about things. And I'm not saying that because it's a grayscale trust. I'm saying that because I don't chase, but I would wait for some kind of pullback, because with this kind of momentum upwards, you never know when you could get a significant pullback. But let's just see real quick on the daily, like on a relative kind of fib basis. Man, I don't know what to do with this. High to low. Okay, that works. I think you had your pullback already, man. I think you did. Like, that would have been your area to buy, the 1414 or the 1272, and it just didn't quite get there. So if you're looking for the 1272 or lower, you would have seen this and been like, oh, I got to eat that, buy up here. And then you closed above your 16180. I mean, I really think you're at $4. You're going to go to 554, 716 or higher very soon. This thing, it just broke out, you guys. I'm not saying it's going to be a straight line. You'll have your 20% pullbacks, your 30% pullbacks, but maybe your next 30% pullback happens up here, right? And if it happens up there, let's say you're in like the middle of that circle, 787, a 30% pullback would still be at significantly higher prices than you are now, right? Like a 25, a little bit over, like maybe close to a 30% growth from here. So isn't that kind of weird? 30% down, 30% up. It's like 34% up. Anyways, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not recommending that anybody buys. But if you've been looking to get into Hzen, you're thinking, oh, I'll just wait for it to pull back. I'm here to let you know that's probably not going to happen until we see higher prices. And even after that pullback, it'll likely be a higher low and a higher price than where we're at now. This thing is a nonstop train. It had pent-up aggression, you guys, for over a year and a half. Okay, almost 2 years. It just let loose the goose. The goose is flying. He fled the coop. It's going up. It's a nonstop train. You will have your 20% pullbacks. You'll have your 30, 40% pullbacks, and it's still going to be moving up. Where's it going to go to? I don't know. Let's guess. Top to bottom. You're at your 6. Oh, man. It's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous. You're showing some real strength. I didn't even need the RSI to say that, but yeah, you are definitely deserving of a 90. Yeah, very bullish RSI, man. Even before this little part here, right? If you just look at it for what it is, it's just consolidating up in this overbought area. So beautiful. With this structure too, higher lows like that, higher high. You're in a channel and you literally broke out to the upside. That's strong. You just did that last week. It's gonna follow through. Okay. You might see a week that's just as big as this week. It might be bigger. You might not, for the rest of the time growing, you might not see a week that's even half this big. Who knows how it happens? I do think more or less it's going to happen fast, and that I would think that your next stop is going to be around $7. $7 to 10.15, 10.10, something like that. 2618 right there with the 786. Yeah, so very, very well you're going to just above $7 probably, and likely beyond that even. But I'm in favor of that over 50% move happening very fast. So again, not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. I personally wouldn't be buying here. If you're looking to buy, this might be your last chance before it does further its growth from here. But if you buy here, you need to have a real talk with yourself and say, okay, I'm in an emotional place right now. I'm delicate. If this pulls back 50%, that would actually look really good on the charts. That would be a solid pullback area of support on previous resistance in a zone that you just broke out of. If you buy here, you need to have a conversation with yourself that you will not sell if you see it go down 50%. Okay, you will not sell if you see that, because, or even if it takes a 20% dip tomorrow, 30%. Not financial advice. You do what you want. But if you see a 30% dip, 32% dip, you're just finding support on a previous area of support back here, right? Like something like that. So you just never know. Even if it dips where you don't expect it, you never know when the train's going to continue on. And again, it just left the building, right? It just left this accumulation phase. If it pulls back, it's going to recover fairly quickly. So if you do buy up here, have the calmness, the sense of like awareness that you're going to be fine. If you're looking to buy on a pullback and you miss it, have the sense of calmness and awareness to know that you missed it. You don't buy up here. That's not where you either buy here and then wait for higher prices, whether it goes down or not, or you wait to buy, and if it goes up, oh well, you missed it. You missed it. Wait for the next pullback or look to something else. Have to have that very real conversation with yourself. I know there's going to be some of you out there who hear this right now and they're like, oh, I will catch a 70% pump. How much is that, right? From this current, nope, that's not it. From the current price up to 7, I saw 716, so let's just say a little bit around there. Come on. Something like that. An 80% pump, 75 to 80% pump. It's probably going to happen very quick. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen next week. But also what could happen is, even though this does look very bullish right now, you could see a dramatic drop. So just be aware of that. Don't be thrown off. Don't be scared. If you want to put a little bit in, what I would recommend in stuff like this, if I was to get in, which I really wouldn't, I would recommend DCAing. Like if you have 100% of what you want to put in, put 10% of it in tomorrow. Put 10% in the next day, right? Put it in at openings, put it in the middle of the day, try to wait for the low or whatever. You might not get a low, man. Like, do it your own way, however it works. But again, none of this is financial advice. But like today, you didn't move down too low at all. This day before, you didn't even move down. You just moved up, right? So here, both of these days moving up, you didn't even move down either. If you get another day like this, you're probably not going to see any reds. So don't mess around. If you're wanting to get in, just do it. But at the same time, don't mess around. Don't play the game. If you get in, be prepared for the pullback. I'm repeating myself. I'm on repeat for a reason, guys, because I don't want people to get screwed. None of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but man, I'm definitely trying to share my opinion here with what I think the wrong decisions would be as far as playing the game with your money goes. Okay, I'm not here to tell anybody what to do with their money, but I will try my best to tell you what not to do with your money. Don't sell low and don't buy high. That's why I very much don't think it's a good idea to buy here. But again, I'm just on repeat there, so I'm going to end it there before I keep saying the same thing. If you guys like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. I think this thing wants to go higher. I think it looks very, very strong. So any move down at all, it's going to get bought up quickly. That's my opinion. Significantly higher. I think that 720 area, that's the first. I mean, like, you already hit your first stop to 618, but that's like your first area of resistance. You absolutely could go up to $10 or higher. It doesn't have to stop there. But $7, $7.20, that's the area we're looking at right now. So hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you guys for bearing with me on the repeat mode for a little bit there, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.